All right, so I'm going to give you a really quick run through of the farm. This is off of our back porch. It's a little Sanford and Son at the moment because I have some projects that we're working on. This is Andrew's old car that we are fixing. This is where I was processing chickens. This is what you put chickens into to get all the feathers off. It's quite a fascinating little instrument. This is what I call the calf port. That's calf port. This is where I keep my babies until they're weaned. Right now I just have this guy. This is Bruce. And Bruce is about 4 weeks old. And he has little silver spots on his head where we had his horns removed. And he's adorable and really sweet. And he'll suck on my fingers because he thinks I'm his mama. But he's a really sweet boy. Trying to get him to start eating grain. He isn't very interested. He really just likes milk. Let's see. So this is part of the back of our property. That's my beloved tractor. So we're gonna walk down the side and go this way. All right. So here's the side of our house, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But so that's the side and a big pasture. So here are my bees. I'm really happy with how they're doing right now. They are growing very well and behaving, which is good. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hives, and you can see them flying out on a sunny day like this. When there are things like goldenrod out, they're going to be going and getting nectar from the goldenrod and preparing themselves for fall. And you can see them coming out of their front door. This is a smaller hive, so they won't get really cranky if I'm standing in front of them. That's a little bit of a larger hive, and the ones down there are even bigger. So come around here. This is the property that we are, once I pass through this fence, this is the property that we are in the process of purchasing. And our current property goes, a ways up that hill. We just got about 5 inches of rain in the past week, so everything is wet, which is kind of gross. These are my youngest group of pigs. They probably have about another 6 to 7 months to go. They're a lot of fun. They're not as spunky. These guys are my larger batch, and they are going September 14th, except for the white one. I'm gonna keep her and let her be bred and have some babies. Around here. Oh, that was a fence check. Somebody touched the electric fence, and that electric fence is really, really sassy. This right here is an interesting little tool. The Lowe's bucket is a swarm trap. I have stuff in there for the honeybees that would hopefully, if they decided to swarm, which they're not likely to this time of the year, they would go there so that I could catch them and keep them for myself. This is a little road that we cleared on one side of the pigs. So the pigs are up here, and you can see the house. And it's very muddy right now, just because so much rain. And we have piles of brush over here that we've been chipping, which I use for bedding for the cows. And come here, and I'm going to show you Sassy. Sassy is my breeder female, and She's 100% Berkshire, which is kind of like the Wagyu of pork, and she's really sweet. She was somebody's 4-H project, so she's like a puppy. She loves people, she loves scratches, but pigs smell really bad, and I'm kind of clean right now and I don't want to touch her. So, let's see. Oh, butterfly. Butterfly. I'm watching where I'm walking because, you know, snakes, and we have, I had a nest of snapping turtles over here, and while I'm wearing my actual boots, I would rather not come across one of them because they're just not my favorite animal. So this is my area where I have my ducks and my geese, and will soon be winter dry housing for the cows. So I sell duck eggs, and I don't want to say it's too loud, but also meat. And ducks are fantastic. They have amazing little personalities, and they make me incredibly happy on yucky weather days. Those geese, they might look sweet, but they'll totally mess you up if they're so inclined. Over here, these are my little babies. This tall duck mama that you can see standing right up, she's called a runner duck, and the ones who are following her are her babies, and she's very defensive of them, and while she might be small, she will totally mess you up to protect her babies. These are my 2 plum trees, which they did amazing this year. I got tons of jam. And my fig tree, which I'm in the process of trimming at the suggestion and aid of ChatGPT. This is the back side of my barn, my favorite place. So we're going to cut through here. I have a little bit of a drainage project going on in here, and I need to rent a mini excavator to finish it. So I've pressed pause. So coming around, you see the black ducks. That's a fun breed of duck, and they lay black eggs, which is really cool. All right. See the livestock guardian dogs? They spend all day, all night out here, and they defend and protect the animals in the field. The white one is Maxime. She is a Great Pyrenees. Loves chicken and guinea. They're her favorites. Hagrid in the back is what you would call the fun uncle. He's a good boy and does all the things that they're supposed to do. Maxime is a fun-loving girl who also likes to get in trouble. Okay. So this area, I need to let some cows in here so they can mow for me. They're really good at that. We're going to go out here and say hello to the cows. So I have dairy cows, and dairy cows have a completely different personality than meat cows. Now this is where I milk. It's my, they put their heads in there. They're locked right now, but you open this up and they eat, and then I bring the milker up behind them and milk them. We always close it after we're done milking because otherwise they try to get back in and lick each other's bowls. So they're kind of like dogs. All right, so now that the bowl is gone, I can walk out here and do whatever I want, which is great because I haven't done much field maintenance for about 7 months. So I need to get out here and do stuff. So it is about, it's mid-70s. So they're lounging in the sun. They were milked at about 7 o'clock this morning. So they have full bellies, all the hay that they could ever want. And they're just living the good life, chewing their cud, hanging out with their chicken friends, laying in the mud. That's Deva. Deva is 3 and due with her third calf. No, 4 and due with her third calf. The one looking right at me with the collar is Penny, otherwise known as Big Trouble. I'm just kidding. She's a good cow, but she gets in trouble, and she might be my favorite. The one next to her is Priscilla. She's brand new. She just came to the farm, and she's pretty young. She just had her first calf. Penny's pregnant with her, what will this be, Pen? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think her 5th calf, maybe 4th or 5th calf. The brown one right here, laying next to the black one, is Taffy. Taffy is also pregnant. She unfortunately she was dry, not pregnant and not being milked for too long. So she got a little chunky. So I have to keep an eye on her for metabolic issues as she gets closer to calving in October. And this is India. India is the best cow in the whole world. She's all business. She eats, she milks, no shenanigans, no drama. It's amazing. Deva got up. Surprised they're not coming over to check on me to see if I have treats or, snacks in my pocket. But they're enjoying their lounging. And this is this hay contraption. I'm 5'8", so it's about 6 foot tall. And the hay bales, I can fit 2 of these in the back of my 8-foot bed truck, and they weigh about 900 pounds each is what the hay guy goes for. So they last about a week during the winter. Right now they last about a week and a half for this crew. And here's our road. It goes nowhere. People coming down the road would only be coming down the road if they live down here. And there's like maybe 10 or more houses down the road. So there aren't a lot of people down here, which is nice. And these are my guard geese. They're pretty intense, and they have absolutely no problems whatsoever about totally messing people up. And they are the only birds on the farm that have survived the tyranny of Maxime, the poultry eater. So Maxime won't go anywhere near them. I'm sure she's tried, and I imagine they probably made it really clear to her that that was not okay. So this is where they milk. I can milk up to 5 or 6 at a time. This is I don't know what I would do if anything happened to it. I need to buy a backup because it's, essential. These are some more tools of milking. It's my cleaner, the amazing hot water heater, propane, just area where this is mostly where the dogs hang out when the weather is inclement. So over here. So now I'm going to go in the barn, and then I'll show you where we are with respect to the house. And there's a whole other 29 plus 8, so 37 acres over, beyond that tree line that we didn't go look at because I don't have all day, and really there's nothing back there. But in the spring, I'm going to put some goats back there and raise them for some meat. Right now I'm in the barn. Let me turn the light on. It's very dark in here. So now we're in the barn proper. I've been working on insulating my milk room. So this is the milk room where I store the milk, and I bottle. A little air conditioner in here. This is a chiller. The chiller takes the milk from 98 degrees out of the cow and down to 36 degrees rather quickly. This is a fantastic EcoFlow battery backup for the chiller because we lose power a lot since we're out here in the middle of nowhere. And I'm getting some solar panels for that shortly so that I can not have to worry about it and turning on the generator in the event that we have a power outage. This is one of my pens that I have right now for birds. These are our Thanksgiving guests and some guineas that I'm trying to raise out. I'm going to move all these out with the ducks this week because I have more chicks, meat bird chicks coming. This is my next batch of meat birds, and I need to move them out of here now that they've gotten big enough, and I'll put them in one of my outdoor hoop houses so that they can grow out, and they'll be ready to process in about another 4 weeks. And the barn is just a lot of storage, really, projects. The big thing out here is milking, raising the chickens, and the milk being chilled, obviously. All right, so now I'm walking out of the front of the barn, and we're downhill from the front of the house. And I'll show you the teenagers, if they'll come out and say hi. These are what you would call a retained heifer. So I have 2 heifers that were born here on the farm, and they're about 2 years old, and they're registered. Everybody's a registered Jersey. And so they're registered jerseys, and they're in here with a registered bull, and hopefully I'm going to pregnancy test them soon, and then we'll see if he understood the assignment. Rosie! Rose! No? She's enjoying her hay. Oh, hey Rose! Hey Rose! I don't know if she's going to come say hi. They're really sweet. See if she's going to come around. Rosie, Daphne. Hey girls. You want to say hi, or is it too sunny? All right, I got it. So they're over there. I guess they're being bashful. So more equipment. Let's come around to my egg layers in the front of the house. So this is where all the egg ladies and their boyfriend live. And that's a little gentleman. I wanted him because I hatched him out myself. He's a leghorn, and he just reminds me of Foghorn Leghorn from the cartoons. But there's a couple hundred birds in here, and they do all their things. And then one last thing I'll show you before we walk back up these are meat birds in here, and these meat birds are ready to go. I was processing birds last week, and these guys weren't quite ready then, so they'll have to wait until next week. So there's probably 10, 15, something like that. Here are the eggs that I picked up earlier. I forgot to bring in because I was distracted. So I'll grab those. And we'll walk back up by the bees. I'll go up this way. Rachel is cleaning out storage tubs that she's packing with. Say hi to Grandpa, Rachel. And we'll go up this way. So one of the things about this house is it doesn't have a clear front door, which is annoying, but it's also nice because no one, people don't bother us when they come over. Oh, looks like the teenagers came out. The teenage cows are all lined up to say hello. All right, let's come in this way. So now we're coming back in the way we went out. I'll show you one thing, one of my favorite things about this house. Show a quick walkthrough. I'm in the process of redoing cabinetry and such, so it's a little messy. So this is the main living area. And you can look out and see all the trees. It's quite beautiful. Rachel's been sleeping in here this week because she had her wisdom teeth out, so it was kind of a rough week for her. And then right out of our bedroom window, we can go around here. And you can see everything from here. So you see the young cows over there in the big field, and then the chickens and the piggies. And yeah, so that's really it.